Alright, also look, before we get into the video, I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. And I can't really express how grateful I am for your guys' support, because reaching 1,000 subscribers was a huge milestone for me and I couldn't have done it without your help. So, whether you've been here from the start or you've just recently joined, I deeply appreciate you. Now, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and join the official UFC Discord link in the description. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the breakdown and analysis of UFC Vegas 97. Alright, so look, let's break down the fight that happened last night at UFC Vegas 97 in more detail. The main event featured Gilbert Burns going against Sean Brady, with Brady emerging victorious via unanimous decision. And this fight was kind of an interesting clash of styles, with the results kind of playing out the way I didn't expect them to play out based on my earlier breakdown. But both fighters came into this fight with a clear game plan, and as expected, wrestling was a major focus from the get-go. The earlier rounds, Brady came out aggressively, looking to try to implement his wrestling immediately, and Gilbert Burns matched that same energy by engaging in a similar type of style. And it kind of almost looked like a battle to see who could take control of the grappling exchanges first. But neither fighter was able to secure a dominant position for long. Takedowns were there, but the defense as well as the scrambling from both men kind of made it difficult for anyone to maintain control on the ground. And this back and forth kind of showcased the high level of wrestling skill on both sides. Neither Brady nor Burns was able to keep the other down for an extended period of time, which is kind of a statement to their elite grappling defense. But to be honest, it was kind of impressive to see how evenly matched they both were in terms of their ground game. Both fighters had their moments, but if I had to give the edge to anyone in terms of mixing up the striking with the grappling, it would definitely go to Sean Brady. I think he didn't just rely on one aspect of his game. He showed great composure and blended his wrestling as well as the stand-up a lot more effectively than Gilbert Burns did, and Brady was able to push the pace as well as maintain a higher level of activity throughout the fight, which, in my opinion, was ultimately what swayed the judges in his favor. Now, it's important to note that while Brady was winning the striking exchanges, it wasn't because he was landing devastating nuclear blows. In my opinion, none of Brady's shots had that type of knockout power or caused any type of serious damage to Gilbert Burns. Gilbert wasn't really getting rocked or was visibly hurt by any of Brady's shots, but what made the difference was Brady's consistency. He was consistently throwing shots and, keeping busy, which kind of allowed him to control the fight from a volume standpoint. Burns, on the other hand, kind of seemed, a little hesitant to let his hands go, which honestly was his downfall. He just wasn't active enough, which has been an occurring issue for him, especially if we look back to the fight against Jack Della Maddalena. I'm not sure if Burns was holding back intentionally, trying to play it safe, or he just wasn't able to pull the trigger. But whatever it was, it costed him. But Burns did land a few big shots here and there, but the problem was they were too few and far between. A few well-timed strikes weren't enough to make up for Brady's consistent pressure as well as his activity, and it's kind of tough to win a fight when you're only throwing sporadically, especially against an opponent who is staying busy the entire time. Now, this fight did bring up another key factor: age. Gilbert Burns is 38 years old, and it clearly showed during this fight. He didn't have the same explosiveness or aggression that we've seen from him in the past. This wasn't the same Gilbert Burns who dropped Marty from Nebraska, or the one who went to war and crushed that aura of invincibility from Khamzat Chimaev. And in this fight, Gilbert looked slower, more hesitant, and frankly, a bit worn out. It's, a harsh reality we all live in, but age catches up to every fighter eventually, and it seemed to play a major role in this fight. Now, Gilbert is on a 3-fight losing streak, which is kind of tough for any fighter, but is especially concerning for someone who's pushing 40. You can't help but wonder if he's on the stark decline, and hopefully he doesn't end up going down the same path as Tony Ferguson, where a string of losses signals the end of your career. On the bright side of things though, Sean Brady's win puts him in a great position. He is now ranked 6th in the welterweight division, and his stock is definitely on the rise. But after the fight, during his post-fight speech, he wasted no time in calling out cuckboy Conor McGregor. Ian Machado Gary. And, honestly speaking, this is a fight that makes a lot of sense. Brady's ranked number 6th, Gary's ranked number 7th, and stylistically speaking, it's an intriguing matchup. On one hand, we've got Sean Brady, a wrestler/grappler, going against Ian Gary, who's more of a well-rounded fighter but leans heavily toward his striking. This would be a classic grappler versus striker matchup and would answer a lot of questions about both fighters. Sean Brady is looking to prove that he belongs within the top 5 within the welterweight division, and Gary, who's been on the rise throughout the ranks, would be a great test for him. And at the same time, Ian Gary gets the chance to prove that he can handle an elite grappler like Sean Brady. It's a perfect fight to really filter out who the true elite prospect is outside of the top 5 in the welterweight division. All in all though, last night's UFC Fight Night event left us with a lot to talk about. First with Sean Brady's stock being higher than ever, and then with Gilbert Burns looking to be on the decline, as well as the potential matchup between Sean Brady as well as Ian Gary, which in my opinion will have the fans buzzing. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys have to say about UFC Vegas 97 and who do you guys think is next for Gilbert Burns, as well as Sean Brady. But let me know in the comment section below. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.